Mr. Ryan, I am Mercedes. I'm going to be helping with everything for you. Would you like me to start your intro video?
Sure, that'd be great.
We don't become by intention alone. We become through action. We become the person the universe presents when discipline meets direction. Family, today you're about to hear from a leader who understands that clarity creates confidence and systems create success. Ryan Batchelor is a husband, he's a father, military officer with NAVAIR, a mentor and leadership consultant, as well as a Maxwell leadership speaker, coach, and trainer. He is the founder of Krux Leaders and a certified working genius facilitator. He's helping individuals and organizations align strengths with mission. Ryan brings the precision of military leadership and the heart of a servant leader into one powerful conversation: how to set goals that actually move in a rapidly changing AI-driven world. Today, he'll show us how to integrate AI into the SMART goal framework so we can win, not just in 2006, but beyond. Family, get ready for clarity, structure, and action. Help me to welcome Ryan Batchelor.
All right, everyone. I'm so glad that you're here. Glad that you decided to join this last breakout session of the day. I hope that your previous breakout sessions have been amazing as well. So today we're going to talk about SMART goals in an AI world. All right, how can we integrate AI into the goal setting framework of SMART goals for success in 2026? You have probably heard a lot about New Year's resolutions over the last 17 days, right? It's a popular thing for everybody to do this time of year. And you know what? By the 17th of January, most people have quit already. Most people's New Year's resolutions are already debunked because were not able to sustain what they were planning to work on. So there are some things we can do about that. And the first thing we can do is make sure that our goals follow a common framework, which is the SMART framework. And I'll review that framework for you quickly here. And then we will look at how AI can help us enhance that framework and make it even better. Clarify, you guys can see the slides, correct? All right, I see nods, so that's great. Okay, so let's start with the foundation, right? Why set goals at all? Like, if we're just going to fail, then why should we set them, right? Why should we have them at all? Let's talk about this first from the theory perspective. All right, setting goals solidifies a growth mindset because when we set a goal, it means we want to get better, right? In a growth mindset, we believe improvement is possible. Now, improvement in itself is general, but goals can be specific if written correctly. And the SMART framework is going to help us do that. When we set goals, that means we believe in potential progress. And that progress charts the path that we desire or that we want to follow. And goals give us that path to improvement. So that's the theory behind why we set goals. There's also some practical pieces for why we set goals. We believe that it helps us get more things done. And in American society, at least, getting things done is like the measure of success. I'm not saying that's necessarily the best measure of success, but I am saying our society is conditioned to believe that getting things done is a measure of success. But here's the statistics. A New Year's resolution has a 10% success rate. That's why by the 17th of January, most people have already failed. And they've already given up. 10% success rate. Now, if you take that New Year's resolution and you write it down, you've now increased your chance of success to between 33 to 42%. So that's a really good improvement. Like, that's great. So it's one thing to have it in your mind, 10% success rate, write it down. Now you've got somewhere between 33 and 42% success rate. If you then tell another person what your goal is and what you're planning to do, now you have a 65% success rate. So now you've taken what was a 1 in 10 chance and you've turned it into basically a 7 in 10 chance that you are going to succeed. So goals are powerful, but we can make them even more powerful by writing them down, having accountability, and then using AI to help us define it even better. So why SMART goals? There is a psychology behind SMART goals. First, it helps us overcome the common reasons for goal failure. All right, so here's the 3 common reasons that we fail. All your friends that have New Year's resolutions that are already debunked by the 17th probably fall into one of these categories. The first is unrealistic goals. Right? Someone might say they want to lose 100 pounds in the first 2 months of the year. Right? It's unrealistic. It happens for very, 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 very few people that you would lose that much weight in 2 months. It's unrealistic. The second is lack of a concrete action plan. Right? So we're going to use AI to help us form that concrete action plan. And the third is no system for accountability. You saw with the previous statistics what accountability does for you. It gives you a huge increase in your chance of success. But that's one of the reasons that most people have goal failure. SMART goals instead build a growth mindset because the effort that you put into them impacts your performance. Little effort, little performance. Much effort, much performance. It also builds persistence and resilience. All right. The statistics also show that those completing 4 weekly goals are 34% more likely to hit targets. It might seem like they're just busier, but they're not. They are completing things and they're increasing their chances that they will continue to complete things. SMART goals also give you enhanced autonomy and self-confidence. So when you finish a goal, you know that you've accomplished something and you have the confidence that now you can accomplish the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And then you can believe that you can rely on yourself to make those goals and get them done. That all leads to improved well-being. So here's the quick review of SMART goals. You guys have probably all heard what these are, but we're going to use an example to show how the SMART goal framework alone can help you enhance your goals. And then I'll bring up ChatGPT and we will see how it will help us create a plan as well. So the first of SMART is specific. All right, this defines the who, what, where, and why of the goal that you want to accomplish. All right, so you got to ask who's involved, what needs to be accomplished, where is it going to happen, why is it important? Right, here's the example. If your goal is get more fit, it's not very specific, is it? I mean, who might be known, that's me, right? But what? We want to improve my cardio to run, or we want to lift more, or what does more fit actually mean? Where are we going to do that? We're going to do that outside, or we're going to do that in the gym? And why are we doing it? Well, we want to improve my health. Right? So there's a lot missing there in get more fit. That's a very general goal. That one's probably going to fail pretty quickly if we just leave it at that. So we want to be more specific and we want to add additional information into that. So we can say, get more fit by improving my cardio, by working out either outside or at the gym with the goal of improving my health. Now you have something that's much more specific. Let's look at measurable. It establishes the criteria to track progress and know when that goal is met. The reason is that with measurable, we define what success looks like. Right? Would anybody know what get more fit actually means? No, nobody knows, right? You can't measure that. You can't measure just get more fit, right? But our example, we can use criteria. We can say, okay, we're going to do a monthly timed run, and we're going to record that time monthly. And our definition of success is we have month over month improvement. If that improvement is 1 second, 10 seconds, a minute, doesn't matter. As long as we're getting month over month improvement, we can now measure and track whether we are actually performing on get more fit. So now we take what we had from specific and we add the measurable piece to it. So we're going to get more fit by doing a monthly timed run. We're going to record that time. And our definition of success is that we get month over month improvement. All right, the next letter in SMART is A. That's achievable. You want to ensure your goal is realistic and that you have the resources or skills to actually reach it, right? So realistic. Have you actually ever run before? Maybe you used to be a runner in high school and you just took a decade off. And that's one thing, right? But if you have never run before, then having a goal that getting more fit is you doing better with running might not be realistic. There's also resources and skills to think about, right? Do you have running shoes? Do you have a gym membership? Do you need a coach? But those are all things you need to consider with get more fit, right? Because possibly if you try to get more fit on your own, you fail by the 17th of January because it's hard. So you can define the achievability of your goal by adding in more details. I'm going to get more fit by getting running shoes. I'm going to sign up for a gym membership and I'm going to get a coach that helps me measure my progress to that timed run that I'm going to record monthly. And then I'm going to get month to month improvement over. The next letter is R, relevant, right? We're going to confirm that the goal aligns with our broader objectives and is worthwhile now, right? If our definition of get more fit is to run faster and to increase our bench press to 250 pounds, those things generally don't work together, right? Generally, if you're going to run more, you're either at best going to maintain your current strength profile or lose slightly on your strength profile. Rarely are you going to be able to run faster and improve your strength at the same time. In addition, are you paying attention to nutrition? If you were in Zoraida's breakout, she talked about nutrition for your body and your mind and your soul. You need all three here. I'm speaking specifically here about how you're going to fuel your body. But the other aspects apply as well for getting more fit. So we can make this relevant by saying we're going to get more fit while maintaining our current strength profile and incorporating a diet that focuses on protein and fiber. Right, this is the last one. T for time bound. This helps us set a clear deadline or time frame to create urgency and a target for completion. So we're going to get more fit by when? By December 31st? By September? By July? Like when do we want this measure of getting more fit by? And if we're talking about running, do we have a time and a distance target that we want to aim for? Like, do we want to get more fit at half a mile or a marathon? Because there's a big difference. Right? So get more fit that allows me to run a 5K in September of this year with an average of 8 minutes per mile. Right now, that's time bound. That tells us exactly when we want to do it, exactly how we're going to measure success, because we've got a distance and we've got a time that we're looking for to aim. Anybody have questions on any elements of the SMART profile? I can't see the chat, so if there's questions there, somebody let me know.
There's no questions in the chat right now.
Okay, thanks, Mercedes. I appreciate that. Okay, so just from going through the SMART framework, right? Here's our revised goal. We started with get more fit, right? That one's going to fail in January. All right, after SMART goals incorporation, we get more fit by September of this year in order to run a 5K with an average 8 minutes per mile pace by increasing our cardio workouts outside or at the gym with or without the assistance of a coach. You get to make a decision on that one. Using a monthly time to run to track my progress while maintaining our current strength, improving my diet to include more protein and fiber in order to improve my overall health. So on December 31st, we go, oh, I need to get more fit in 2026. And that's all we have, right? We went run through the SMART framework. Now we have all of this definition. We have a much better possibility of success with this. And if we now write this down and we tell somebody, now we got a 2/3 chance of succeeding with this. Okay, so how do we let AI enhance our growth with goals? All right, now you can use an AI of your choice here. I'm going to show you ChatGPT today. Doesn't matter. Pick whichever one you like. Doesn't matter. The prompt is what matters, right? If your prompt in is no good, then the result out is also going to be no good. All right. I said that nicer, but the words are on the slide there. Garbage in equals garbage out with ChatGPT. Okay. It's designed to give you an answer, right? So you put something that's not good in, it's going to give you something out that's not good. So the first step is to load the definition of SMART goals into your AI of choice. I'll demonstrate it on ChatGPT. Second step, pick a goal. We're going to use the similar one that we worked on here, and we'll see what that gives us. Third step is ask AI to refine the goal to be specific, and then work through the remainder of the SMART goals. The last step is make sure your refined goal makes common sense to you, right? So as we should do with anything that comes out of an AI tool, right? We got to put a quality assurance check on it. Like read it and go, does this actually make any sense? If it doesn't, toss it out, right? Like don't go, oh, AI knows more than I do on this. No, if it doesn't make sense, get rid of it. Start over, right? Your prompt may not have been the right one. The follow-on step is to write the goal down, find an accountability partner, because this follow-on step increases your success rate by over 50%. All right. So I'm going to share ChatGPT now. So I'm going to stop the share for a second, switch over to ChatGPT, and I'll bring it up. And then we're going to use the goal of run a faster 5K. All right. And we're going to see how detailed the output of ChatGPT gets as we get more fidelity to the goal. And then we'll come back to the slideshow for the last slide. Give me just a second here. We will get this switched over. All right, are you guys seeing my ChatGPT now?
It's coming up now.
Yeah, it's coming up.
We got it now? All right, you guys are seeing it. Okay, so help me define a goal for running a faster, oh, you got to spell right too, faster 5K with the SMART goals framework. That's what we're putting in to start the prompt. Now let's see what ChatGPT gives us. All right, so it gave us the 5 things that we already talked about: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Okay, so it talks about certain things there with specific. It says, improve my 5K race time by following a structured running plan. Okay, that sounds good. It's talking about reducing our 5K time from 30 minutes to 27:30. We'll work on that in just a second here. For achievable, based on training 4 days a week. Okay, 4 days a week, that's great. That's a lot more specific than get more fit. Relevant, talking about it supports my overall fitness goals and motivates me to train consistently. And then time bound, it says achieve this within 12 weeks by race day or time trial. Okay, so we can work on this. We can say make this goal more specific by giving a plan for a 5K race in September, starting in February. So now it's going to give us our plan for starting our running program in February for a race that's in September. Where did it go? There we go. Wow, that took a minute. All right, so now look, these are things we did not get when we just went through the SMART framework on our own, right? We didn't have a specific training plan that was broken down into phases. Now, ChatGPT has given us a phase plan that starts in February, March, phase 1, and then keeps going. Oh, that went all the way to the bottom there. Go back up here. Okay, so it gave us a 4-phase plan now, right? So this is a much improved on the specific part here. So we got phase 1 is base building, that's 8 weeks. Phase 2 is strength and threshold, that's 8 weeks also. Phase 3 is speed and 5K specific training. And phase 4 is race prep and peak. So it tells us what to do in each phase and gets us ready for what we need to be able to do by September to run a 5K. Okay, so now we say, take this plan and make it work for running 8-minute miles in September at the race. It's going to think again for a second. There we go. Now it's updating the goal again. So now it's giving us the wording on the specific goal. And now it's given us the training plan based on this 8-minute per mile pace that we want. So it's showing us in each phase what runs we need to do that week, how we need to, well, for that whole phase, what runs we need to do each week, what they need to look like. And then it increases that all the way until we get down to the 8-minute pace in phase 4 so that we are ready for the race. So now let's say improve this plan by incorporating strength training so I maintain my 180-pound bench press. I don't know what anybody bench presses here. But if you bench press 180 and you can run 8-minute miles, you're doing really well. So now we have both running and lifting in the plan here. And it's even giving us a breakdown by each day of each week. It's telling us what we need to do on each one, including rest days, right? Which would include that entire thing that we talked about in terms of the nutrition piece, right? For your mind, your physical body, and your soul. So it's all included in here. So this is how AI can help us, right? It's all about the prompt and how well the prompt can help us get the details that we need. Now, we got lucky here because ChatGPT didn't spit out garbage. Right? It gave us good stuff. It's giving us exactly what we need to do on the run. It's giving us exactly what we need to do in terms of strength training. And it's making sure that we are ready for that 8-minute mile pace in September, right? So that's what it can do for us. The SMART goals framework is good. Start with that and then use your AI of choice to enhance it and make it everything that you need it to make. Because we could keep going on this. We can keep going and incorporating more things. We can say, okay, now give me the menu let's do that. Let's do now give me the nutrition plan to obtain this performance. It's going to think about this for a minute. Now it's going to give us our nutrition priorities and our daily macronutrient targets. Right, so now we have a training plan and we have a nutrition plan to go hand in hand and work this together. Anybody got any questions on ChatGPT or anything else you want me to put in here so that we have an even better plan than we thought? Zoraida, go ahead.
I have a question. So sometimes when I use ChatGPT and I think that I am at the end, I'll ask it to assess and let me know if I'm missing anything. And I want to know, because I love the way you're using it, I want to know if you do something similar.
It's always a good check. Like, I said when I was going through the slides that the first thing we need to do is QA it. The second thing we need to do is ask the AI tool, is it possible I'm missing anything with this plan? And see what it says, right? Let's see what happens. Is it possible I am missing anything with this nutrition or performance plan? Yes, look, there are some gaps that it's telling us. So it's giving us even more information here. So the point I think you're making, Zoraida, is that the prompt has to be good, but the prompt is coming from us. And we may not think of everything, right? None of us are perfect. I'm not perfect. And I'm certainly not going to put everything into the prompt that might be possible about performance or nutrition. So running a check like that is very good. It's like asking your friend or your spouse or someone, hey, what am I missing in this conversation? Like, is there something I'm not seeing? So thank you, Zoraida. That was great input. Anybody else? Questions, comments, anything else you think we should put into ChatGPT? All right. I'm going to stop sharing the chat. I've got one more slide.
I don't have a question, but I did want to say that thank you for going kind of step by step because we utilize ChatGPT, but like you said, being specific with it. And it was nice to watch you kind of walk through each kind of step to see how much we can really get out of asking those questions and getting our goals to a T of what we need to do to execute them.
Yeah, but I think we believe that whatever our AI of choice is going to very quickly give us a great answer. And I would say that's rarely true. Right? You have to keep refining what you're saying and what you're asking it and what you're putting in the prompt to actually get to the real gold that might be there. We would love it to be a one-stop shop that's very fast, right? We want it to be the convenience store. We could just run in and get exactly what we need, and it's not really going to work that way. So anybody else with questions, comments? All right, I founded Krux Leaders, and we are transforming leadership and empowering organizations. I understand I'm going to be able to know everybody that was in the group here. And so I can email you these slides. I'll also email you a personal growth plan template as well as my personal growth answer guide. And I will provide all those to you today. If you have questions about any of that, you can go to my website. I listed it there. You can sign up for my free monthly newsletter, which is called The Trip to the Summit. There's a subscribe now button. Click on that, enter your email. You'll get one email a month from me on that. I'm not going to email you 3 times a day. I have a February mastermind that's starting. It's a virtual mastermind, so similar to this. It'll be Fridays, 11:30 to 12:30. It's on High Road Leader. That's a book written by John Maxwell. It's fabulous about how we can make sure that we're operating on the high road and not on the medium road or the low road. And within this community, we're also going to do how to be a real success mastermind in February. I'm working on those details with Dr. B right now and looking forward to that. So real success stands for relationships, equipping, attitude, and leadership. So we're going to talk about those 4 things and how they aid both your success and the success of those around you. If you'd like to email me, my email is up there as well. We can talk about your specific crux, and my Calendly is there as well if you want to schedule a 30-minute time with me to talk about whatever you want to talk about. We can talk about goals, we can talk about growth, we can talk about whatever else you want to talk about. Anybody else have last questions for me? We've got 1:40 left. Comments?
Ryan, I have a quick question. Will
Yes.
we be able to get the slides of your presentation?
Yeah, when I get a list of everybody that's here and your email address, I'll email out the slides.
Thank you.
There's no questions in the chat, but just a lot of thank yous, excellent presentation, clear steps, very useful information. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Really appreciate that. I'm so glad that you guys are here, and I hope you enjoyed the Becoming Conference. It's been fabulous. I was able to attend one session in the previous breakout rooms for different speakers, but I'm going to go back and watch the recording. So, all right, I'll see you guys back in the main room. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Great job, Ryan. I loved it. It was so concise.
It was very clear. He did an excellent job.
Yeah. Ryan is an excellent speaker. I went to speaker school with him, I know.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
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 Very good job, Brian.
Yeah, thank
This
you,
was-
James.
this was
Thank you,
really
Zoraida.
good.
Thank you. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. We'll see you back in the main session.
All right.